Okay, hey, I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life and health coach, and I just got back from a trip and I bought some great stuff at Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's, but you can get this stuff at Walmart or Food Line or whatever, but I'm cooking up a combination of things just to have some good food in the house. So here we go. What I started with was butter, good old Kerrygold butter in this pan. All right, and I put it on really low and let it brown a little bit. And so as you can see over here, I've got just a whole cutting board full of stuff. So this is 2 onions, it's yellow pepper, red pepper, green pepper, garlic, and celery. And all of these have different nutrients in them that you want. Okay, so I'm doubling this recipe just because I'm gonna use some of it for tonight. But this would be something I would make to have on hand in the fridge. I'm gonna put some baby kale in it. I'm gonna put some arugula in it. And the reason is because all of these have different nutrients. And so you're gonna get something different from the red pepper, the orange pepper. I didn't put a yellow pepper, I put the green pepper. You're gonna get something different. From the garlic, you're gonna get allanase. So I'm gonna show you in a minute how to crush that garlic so you're getting all the nutrients from it. But I'm gonna put this in here now. I'm gonna let the onion go and the celery and the green pepper go first. Just because it takes it a little bit longer to, to get soft. And of course, I'm going to put the garlic in there with it. So that's about 4 garlic cloves. So here you go. You take this garlic, you put your knife in here, and you pop off a piece of it, okay? I don't like to use the elephant garlic. I like to use the small garlic. And then I put it down, and I put my knife, and I just bam it. I just smash it, okay? And what that does, it releases that allanone and allanase. And there is now you don't want this sprouted green in the middle. You want to take that out because I've had these garlic, a little while, so they have sprouted. You don't want that. It's very bitter, so take that out. Same thing with your onion when you see that green in the middle. Take that out. And then I'm just going to chip this up in here. And this is going to provide it's a sulfur nutrient, which sulfur is something we really, really, really need. You get sulfur from eggs. The glutathione product that I promote, when you open that product, it smells like sulfur, or like raw eggs, or really rotten eggs. But that's something good. Our body needs that, and we don't get it. So get your little handy spatula that's heat resistant. And I'm just going to start... I put about 2 tablespoons of butter. I probably could add a little bit more at this point just because I'm doubling the recipe. So I'm going to add another tablespoon. You can't have too much butter, can you? I don't know, especially if it's good Kerrygold butter. All right, so I'm going to let that cook just a little bit. All right, then in this other pan, now normally I would cook all this together. All right, so it took me about 10, 12 minutes to cut all that up. I could have put it in my food processor. Sometimes I'll do that. Just kind of on a whim, but this is avocado oil in this pan, and I am going to put this baby kale in here. And I love this baby kale because it's just very tender. I can handle the baby kale raw in my salad, so I'm going to save that a little bit. And then I'm also going to put this wild arugula. And you think, well, why are you putting those 2 different kinds of greens? Because I want the nutrients from it. It's different nutrients and different seasonings from everything. So this, by the way, is an organic garlic. I use organic onion and garlic every time I can because if it's gonna be dug up out of the dirt, I want it to be. Yeah, hey Angela, thank you for joining me. Kerrygold butter is great, and I use the unsalted because I want to put my own salt. And here's the salt I'm gonna use. Well, I say I'm going to use it. It's disappeared. Well, it's the salt that's in here. It's called real salt. You want to use this kind. And the reason is because you see those little brown flakes in it? That's some more of those nutrients that you need. Okay, so I'm going to salt that. And then I'm going to salt this. And, okay, and I'm just going to keep, stirring this a little bit. But this is going to be so, so good. I'm going to mix these together. And I'm going to have them in my refrigerator, but what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to put them in some eggs. Okay, so I'm just letting this, I'm going to turn this on a little bit, just letting this wilt down. It's going to really wilt down to less than a cup, and you see I put almost a whole bag of that. But I love this baby kale. If you're near a Trader Joe's or maybe, I don't know, Publix or some of those, Kroger, some of those may have it. I got a hair in my way. All right, here we go. Okay, so just letting that wilt down, letting this cook slow over here. I think it's about time for me to add the rest of these vegetables. So I'm going to add the the orange and red pepper. And then I've got some mushrooms. And I don't always add mushrooms, but I had these beautiful mushrooms. I think they're called cremini mushrooms. Anyway, let's see. Got them at Trader Joe's. Let's see what they say they are. Yes, cremini mushrooms, and they're baby bellas is what they are. And I had to wash that dirt off now. But mushrooms, those carbs count in your program, but in my program. But you know, anytime I can get mushrooms, I love it because they have a lot of good nutrition. Just a unique nutrient that your body's going to need. So you see, this is wilting down really good. Now, one more thing I want to show you. I'm going to do this with our meal tonight, but this is baby bok choy. This is so good, and I use it. In fact, I may do a demo tonight. I don't know, but I use it with toasted sesame oil, and oh my gosh, it's so good. And all right, so just letting this get on down. Now I want to show you what tonight's going to be. I know I'm jumping around a lot here, but all right. So these are chicken breasts that I buy, chicken thighs. You want to get thighs, and you want to keep that fat on there because your protein and fat together is what's going to help you drop weight. All right, it's the sugar that's causing you to gain weight. And when I speak about sugar, so what this is coconut aminos, a tablespoon of maple syrup, which is a soup. It is a type of sugar, but it's healthy sugar. Okay, if you can have healthy sugar, it does have carbs, but again, I'm only putting a tablespoon in the whole dish. And then I put olive oil. And I'm just going to pour that over it. That's going to be the marinade for this chicken. I'm going to throw this around in here and put it back in the fridge because we're going to grill these tonight. So they're going to be delicious. All right, so just wilting this down, and I'm about to put this over into here. And you see how little bit it made? I mean, it was actually a cup. I could have gone ahead and put that whole thing of baby kale in there, but I didn't want to. I wanted to save it because I love it in my salad. Yep. So thank you all, whoever's hitting the love button. Thank you. I'm going to pull this back over here so you can see it better. And I'm just going to let this, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I'm just going to let this saute. Now I could add, well, let me just show you. All right, so here's the avocado oil I use to saute the kale. Here is the organic maple syrup. Now it's going to have, let's see, carbs. I just saw it a minute ago. 28 carbs in 2 tablespoons. So I put 1 tablespoon, 14 grams of carbs in that whole chicken dish. And honestly, a lot of that's marinade, so it's not going to actually get into the food, but it does give it a little bit of sweetness. I like it. You don't have to do that, but my daughter likes it, so that's kind of what we do. And then here's your coconut aminos. This is the brand that I get from Walmart, Better Body Foods. It's soy free, so you don't really want soy because it's toxic. Okay, it's genetically modified. It's just not a superfood. Let me just say that. Okay, so I'm looking, and I'm going to put some more arugula just because I really want to have more greens in this, and I can just wilt that down. As you can see, I don't cook by recipe very much. I just kind of think, what would I like to have? This was I got from my daughter. She does this a lot of mornings and makes it up and keeps it in the fridge, so then she can just scramble up an egg and put in it. And that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this other pan here, and I'm going to put some butter in this pan. I like, as you can see, I like butter. I could be using avocado oil. I could be using any kind of animal fat, rendered animal fat, lard. I could be using coconut oil. I could be using olive oil, any of those oils. All right, so you see I'm melting this butter. Now, these are the eggs you want to get. Look at those eggs. I mean, they stand up. They're bright orange. They're not milky yellow, and they're going to be healthy. Hey, Karen. Hey, Gloria. Yeah, this is going to be good. And so I got 5. So my husband will eat 3. Sometimes I do 6. depending on how hungry I am. I'm actually fasting, so I may not even eat these. I may save them till tomorrow, but I'm going to cook them up. And so you see I've got my, this is just going over here. I don't want to cook this too much because, you know, the more you cook things, it cooks out a lot of the nutrients. So I'm just going to turn that off. And my husband likes it. It doesn't have to be cooked down to nothing for him to like it. He likes it kind of raw and crunchy, and that's kind of the way I like it. So this is going to be a wonderful combination. All right, so I'm going to put a little pepper on here. Right now I don't have any fresh ground pepper, but I love this McCormick pepper. It smells really, really fresh. All right, so here I go. All right, I'm going to dump these eggs over in the pan, okay? You see I'm using my little fingers, but I do that a lot. And I'm just going to let them start cooking. Now, here's what I like. Actually, I'm going to switch it over so you can see. All right, so here's what I like to do. I like for my egg white and my egg yolk to kind of cook. I don't like to scramble it all up together because they have a different taste. And when I'm eating it, I want to be able to differentiate the egg white from the egg yolk. Now, let me step over here. And I've got some organic heavy whipping cream. I'm going to put that in there. I also, when I got back home, I found this cream cheese in my fridge. So it's about 4 ounces. So I'm going to put about 2 ounces in there. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there so it can start melting. And actually, I think I'll cut it up in little chips. You see how impromptu I am, y'all. Yep. And even this hairdo today is so bad. But I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. Y'all remember that story? Yeah, okay. Or that little song. And I don't even know the end of it. Anybody on here know the end of it? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna stir this and I'm gonna let this cook. And I gotta have it turned on. It wasn't turned on. So I'm gonna let those cook and then as they're cooking, I'm gonna pour, let's see, that's a tablespoon, maybe 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. Because you know what? Heavy cream is a good fat. Heavy whipping cream. Sometimes it has carrageenan in it. This one is organic from Trader Joe's. It does not have, it does have gellan gum in it. So it's really hard to find it unless you got your own cow and you're milking your cow. But hey, Sandra, thank you for joining me. Let's see. Karen, let's see who else is on here. Gloria, thanks for your comments. Marcia. Nanette, hey Nanette, hey Betty Joe, hey Teresa, hey Angela, hey Renee, hey Billy. Okay, my cousin Billy from down there near, let's see, it's not Broxton, it's Douglas, but Nichols. Yeah, that's where it was. I remember me and my granddaddy going down there to see your daddy, that was my granddaddy's brother, and that's Billy's daddy. My Uncle Bill Sharp, and we went down and saw all you girls, you bunch of girls. Yeah, I was jealous because I had 4 brothers. I didn't have any girls. All right, you see this is starting to cook up, and I'm just going to kind of stir it around. I don't think I put any salt, so I want to put some salt. Salt is good for you. I don't know who told you it wasn't. Salt is not what makes your blood pressure go up. What makes your blood pressure go up is sugar and toxins. Okay. So I'm going to put that, I'm just going to flip these a little bit, kind of individually. Yep, there they go. I'm flipping them so they kind of all flipped over, and then I'm about to spoon this over there in that, okay? And you see I got a lot of that kale in with it. And then I'm going to put a little bit, well, I put the cream cheese in, so I don't really need much cheese. But my husband loves cheese, so let's just say I'm going to put 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of cheese in that. And it's going to be delicious. You know, I have put coconut aminos in this just for a little different taste. But there you go. Look at that. I'm just going to turn that off because I don't want that egg to cook to death. The more you cook it, it kills the vitamin K2. And you need that vitamin K2. So how about that? You think you could enjoy that? I am about to enjoy it. Here it is 12:30, and it's the first thing I've had to eat. Yes, I've had my bulletproof coffee. Yes, I've had 24 ounces of water. About to drink another glass of water and call my husband in, and we're going to enjoy this. All right, so tonight I'm going to take some of this, mix it in with this bok choy, baby bok choy, along with that chicken, and that's what we're going to have for dinner. And that's all I'm going to have today, and that's going to be probably less than 20 carbs, because the carbs we don't count or the leafy green carbs. All right, so really the only carbs would be the peppers. And because they've got so much fiber, I personally don't really count those, but you would need to count them if you're just starting my program. So I know I got a lot of new people in my program. I'm excited about that. If you think you want to join, I've got maybe 2 spots left. Tomorrow's going to be the last day because I'm actually going out of town, and I'm through onboarding people for now. But let me know, and we'll jump on the phone and get you signed up. You won't miss anything. I'll catch you up. I see several people on here from my program. By April, you will have lost 30 pounds for sure, and then probably more. But the main thing is you'll be an expert at the end of the 90 days. You'll know exactly what to do. You'll never wonder again, what am I supposed to be eating? So let me get everything turned off here, and enjoy your day. Y'all have a great day.